Jamie Paul, and this is Underwood Homes.
Okay, so we got another busy week this week. We got the concrete slab done on the extension last week. So the main focus this time around is getting the extension built, starting with the block work, getting on with some stone work. So that's the main focus. While that's going on, we've got the plasterers inside. They are finally getting some plaster on the walls. Like in plot 1, they're finally starting to get some skimming done, and it's looking great. We've got the chippies. They're still in plot 2, trying to push on with the last bits of stud work, starting the plasterboard and things like that. So they're still cracking on in there, getting ahead of the plasterers, just trying to get ahead of them so that everything's done, finished by the time they need to start plastering in plot 2. We got Cap and Nath. They're starting to set out all the block work. It's the same as the rest of the house. So I think we got 300mm up off of the floor slab. So it's like one concrete block and a brick. That brings us up to our DPC height. And you can see they put their first tray on at that height. I think it's a 9-inch tray, but it's hanging on the inside face. That's so that we can tuck our damp-proof membrane, our radon barrier, everything like that gets tucked under that tray later on before we do the floor. Then they move on, they get one course round of the thermalites. That's the first course of block work on top of that tray. And then they do their other damp course tray going out into the cavity. So that's the big 18-inch damp. That sends any moisture that's in the cavity down the damp course and out through weep vents on the outside of the house. So really important detail. It's quite a simple extension, this one, but like most extensions, there's always that real fiddly 1 or 2 courses, getting all the damp course trays set right, because they're really important. Get those right at the bottom, and then everything's easy peasy from there up. So once I got those fiddly bits done with the damp course trays, it's fairly straightforward. Just one of them on a corner each. First of all, you just bang up a corner, then you run a string line between them and just run the block work through. Easy peasy, but all the fiddly time consuming bit is right at the bottom. Once you've got that done, it's quite smooth sailing once the block work starts going up. So Steve and Andy, they've been busy in plot 1. They finished all the plasterboarding, taping up all the joints, all the prep work they need to do, putting the corner beads around the windows and doors. All of that has been painstakingly done. And now they're really cracking on, starting to get plaster everywhere. They've got quite a few of the walls done already. This is a real nice shot of them getting the upstairs bedroom ceiling in, the master bed. It's just really nice to see lads who are really good at what they do. It's just nice to watch them just do it, you know. It's nice to watch someone who's good at their trade. So real glad I got this video of them putting that ceiling on. 2 coats, put the first coat on, get it all nice and flat and nice and smooth, let it pick up a bit, and then they go over with the second coat, and that's their top coat finish. Like, that's the one they get immaculate and spend the most time trialing up. It's just really nice to watch. Yeah, so here they are again, cracking on in the second bedroom in plot 1, getting the walls on. There was actually quite an awkward ceiling height in this one. I think Steve's got to hop up with a beer crate on top just to reach the top of the walls. But I think they were 2.7, something like that. So a bit higher than a normal plasterboard sheet, a bit higher than your normal 2.4 kind of thing. But a bit awkward, but they make it look easy. We ended up getting a load of like mini trestles and setting them up like a scaffold deck in those rooms, so they could get on with the ceiling afterwards, just because it wasn't quite high enough for stilts, and it wasn't quite low enough for like just using a hop up. So we ended up with real awkward height scaffold that we had to build them, but it all worked out well, and they got it done. Yeah, the carpenters been busy in plot 2. They've been mainly focusing on getting the plasterboarding done, just to speed things up for Steve and Andy, really, just so they haven't got to waste all their time with the fairly straightforward plasterboarding. All they got to do is the dry lining and the plastering. So I think it's Kieran and Harry in here. They've been on site quite a lot, really, on this internal work, so they're really cracking on. It's nice to see everywhere getting plasterboarded, because you can really see the shape of the rooms, get a real feel for the house and what it's going to be like once it's finished. So the only areas that can't quite finish off is some of the reveals around the windows. That's just where we still got the old windows in place. So like the upstairs, there's old windows and old front doors and things like that. But Matt is on site as we speak, and he is starting to put some of the new windows in. So some rooms will be able to be finished off fully. Other rooms, we just got to wait till those windows or doors are fully in, and then we can do the plasterboard reveals right up to the edge of the window, like evenly all the way around, and then crack on. So again, the stonework, we're keeping it the same as we've done all the extensions here. We got blue lias. It's all coursed stonework, so each course is the same size within a few mil. Like, you know, keep it nice straight courses. Basically, they're just working their way around. Probably started at the front. We've got the profiles set up, so we don't have to waste time building a corner. Corners can be quite tricky with stonework, just because you could level off a slightly different part of a stone to someone else, and before you know it, you've got a few lumps and bumps in the corner. Whereas using a profile, it's a bit like using a plumb bob and a bit of string. Like, you've got that perfect straight corner to always work to. So we like to set up profiles. It makes it a bit easier. It's also easier to keep your levels right, because you can mark a level on each profile, measure up for your string each time, and you know the house is running level all the way around. So that's why we got those. But they're making a beautiful job on the stone. We've been through with the digger and riddled through all the big pile of stone, so we kind of got plenty left, but it is quite hard to find the nice ones in amongst it. But I'm really making the lads work hard to find decent stone out of what we've got on site, because I don't want to get rid of it all and then end up bringing a load more stone back to site. So I'm just being ruthless and making them go through every single stone, try and use what they can where they can, and it's working really well. They're finding the stones, getting it all in there, and making a lovely job. So they've got their block work up. Looks about 6 courses so far. That's usually a pretty good height to leave it until you can back it up a bit. Any more than 6 courses, sometimes you're a bit exposed to the wind or someone tripping over and bumping into it and knocking your block work down, something like that. So we usually take it up about 6, and then we jump outside, get it backed up with the stonework to give the wall some stability and strength. But they've put the shore cav around. That's the black stuff, kind of looks a bit like egg boxes almost, like, so shore cav, that's a really good product. Basically it creates your 50mm cavity, you build your stonework tight up against it, no muck can fall down the cavity, so there's no danger of your cavity getting blocked or getting any damp, things like that. So me and Joey, we're just up on the roof trying to get that last bit of truss roof cut into the existing house, and that's all going really well. Just a nice job to get done at this point. It means very soon we can go on with the felt and batten, start getting the house in the dry. The plasterers and the carpenters have swapped houses, so basically Steve and Andy have moved into plot 2. They can start skimming in there now, and because they finished all the plaster work in plot 1, it means the carpenters can get on with second fix carpentry, start getting the doors hung, skirtings and architraves on. Basically now it's time to get that house ready for decorating, get the mist coat around, start getting the kitchen in, then we can think about the flooring and things like that. So yeah, really exciting. It's good to finally be getting on with this part now, so it's nice to see it. So that's all for this week really. As you can see, everything is very hectic on site. There's a lot of people trying to get on with stuff, so we've got all the building work going. We're trying to clean and tidy the site and kind of work our way out as well, just to get loads of stuff out of the way before we put the scaffold around on the extension. So that's happening. Obviously the carpenters are inside, the plasterers, the decorator's going to be here soon, so everything's happening all at once. I'm very busy trying to stay on top of it all and keep everyone, keep work in front of them all. So yeah, very hectic site, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel like I was waffling on a bit too much, but hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, it'd be great to get some feedback. Let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.